Cooper, and this is part 2 of Inventors Studio. We're going to look at the work of Richard Jolley, who lives here in Knoxville. And here at the Knoxville Museum of Art, we have quite a few of his pieces. He's a glass blower, and we're going to look at some of his work and be inspired by it, but we're not going to blow glass. So for this project, we're going to use modeling clay. Now, I don't want you to feel like you have to run out to the store and buy stuff. If you have Model Magic, that'll work great. And I pulled out 3 colors because I'm going to use that for my sculpture. If you have some air dry clay, that will also work good. Now, if you use this, you will want to use your acrylic paints afterwards, and that way you can add the beautiful colors like we've seen in Richard Jolley's glass birds. And also, if you don't have either one of these, there is a recipe that has baking soda, cornstarch, and water that you can make at home. And most people have those, and if you don't, the next time you go to the store, they're pretty inexpensive ingredients to buy. So you can use that as well. So today, to do the Richard Jolley bird on the branch, I'm going to use the Model Magic, and it already has the color in it, so I won't have to paint mine. And I think I'm going to make my branch white, and I'm just going to take it and kind of make, you probably know you can do things like this. I'm just going to kind of mush mine out a little bit. And if you've ever used Model Magic, you know it's real kind of soft and squishy, and it will dry, but it'll take it a while, and it'll still be light when you get finished. It's not going to feel like clay. But, oh, I twisted that right there, and that looks really cool on the branch, so I think I'm going to do that some more. Twist my branch. That looks really neat. Sometimes the best things happen by accident when you're creating. I'm going to have a little branch come up here. So this is what I'm doing. Here's my branch. I'm going to make another piece here. I think I might let the bird sit on that part. So I just did that really quickly, but you can take your time and put more detail on it. Now, I twisted mine to get some texture and detail in there, but if you have like a butter knife or, part of scissors and you need to make some little marks, you can always, or a toothpick would work, but I don't like it on mine, so I'm going to fix it. All right, so next, I think I'm going to make my leaves yellow just because everybody would think that they would be green. I want my leaves to be yellow. So I just took off a little piece here, and I'm just going to fiddle with it until it's a shape that I like. So you may have a favorite kind of leaf that you want to try to recreate, or you may just want to make one up as you go. I'm just kind of making this up. Now I'm going to put my leaf right there. And that part got smashed a little bit, but here's one little leaf. One thing that is really neat about Richard's birds and branches are the beautiful colors that the glass makes. So that's why I was saying that if you use like the air dry clay or the homemade clay, you may want to come back with your acrylic paints and paint yours. Just make sure it's really dry first, because if you paint it before it's dry, the acrylic paint is kind of like plastic, so your sculpture will mold under there, and that would be yucky. All right, and I'm going to put a leaf here. And I think I'll do one more leaf. Then I'll do my bird next. I'm going to make this leaf smaller because I'm going to put it out on the edge. And a lot of times on a branch, the end leaves are the smallest. One thing that's really nice, at least with the Model Magic, is that you can play around with it, and if you don't like it, you can just ball it back up and start over. Alright, I'm going to add this little guy on the end. I think I'm going to twist it around a little bit, just because I can. And next, I'm going to make a bird. I think I want my bird to sit right here. And I think I want him to be kind of fat, because he's been eating a lot while he's in quarantine. I've never really used Model Magic very much, but I understand why you guys like it now. This is pretty fun. I may have to get some to take home with me. I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush to make his eyes. I'm going to make his beak come up a little bit because he kind of looks sad when it's drooping. Let's see here. I have to move my branch a little bit so he can get his little chubby self on there. I think I want to turn his head a little bit too. Looking to the side. Alright. Then I'm going to make some feather. Actually, I think I'm going to use my fingernail maybe. Make some feathers here. Oh. And there you go. That's a quick one. I hope you take a little bit longer time with yours, and just remember to let it dry really well before you put paint on anything. If you only have the white Model Magic, you may want to paint yours too, but just let everything dry good, and I hope you enjoyed making this. So we've completed part 2 of Inventor's Studio. We looked at Richard Jolley's glass sculptures of birds on branches, and we recreated our own with Model Magic, air dry clay, or even homemade clay. I hope you enjoyed it.